today I'm going to be making some little aperitif crackers, or cheesy bites is what I actually call them. Really easy to do, but totally delicious. Okay, let's get started. Now I'm using my food processor for this, but you can actually work by hand. It's just much quicker in here. So I have my flour going in. Make sure I've got it all, as usual. There we go. I'm going to put into that half a teaspoon of turmeric or curcumin. There we go. And that gives it beautiful colour, and it's very good for you too, of course. I'm also going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, just to give it a little bit of a kick. We have soft butter, needs to be quite soft going in, and mine's very soft, so I put it on the paper so that it doesn't stick to my bowl. Okay, we're just going to give that a quick zhuzh, or blend it together till it's sort of breadcrumby. And there we go. That was really quick, wasn't it? In this bowl here, I have grated cheese. Now, I'm using a Metal, but I would normally use a cheddar. Go for a mild cheddar, Comté, or like I'm doing, a Metal. The fat content's higher in cheddar, which sort of helps the recipe a little bit. Now all I'm going to do is blend this together. You can see I've got big damp bits, it looks like. Now we're there, more or less. So I'm now going to tip this into a bowl. Probably could have done a slightly bigger bowl, but this will do nicely. Now look at the colour of that. What a beautiful colour. Very yellowy looking at the moment. Now, using my hand, I'm just going to squeeze this together to form a dough. There we go. It'll be quite a dry dough. Oh, here we go. Yours may be slightly different colour, depending on how heavy-handed you are with the turmeric or the curcumin, but it gives it a wonderful flavour. So really, don't worry. Right, just keep going until this comes together in a ball. It's quite crumbly initially until you start working it. And I would work it in the bowl. There we go. A bit more. Once it comes together without totally crumbling anymore, we're going to place this in the fridge, covered with a bit of plastic, for 15 minutes only. Just to let that butter solidify a little bit more and it all come together. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. And there's my dough. So, I'm going to cover this and chill it down just for a few minutes, 15 minutes in the fridge. I'll see you when that's done. Well, I've rested my dough here so that it's just firmed up a tad. Don't leave it too long or you really won't be able to roll this out. Now I've got myself organised. I want something to poke holes in these, and I use my beater from my hand mixer because I rarely use that. You need a spatula or one of these things, I can't remember what they're called at the minute, I do know, but whatever, to lift and put on there. You need rolling pins and cutters. Now I got these, they are brilliant. They come in a little tin, all different sizes. And I'm going to go for the smallest one today. Okay, so we need to flour our board. And then I'm going to cut this in half because I only want to deal with half of this at a time. So pop that to one side. Now as you can see, I've got some trays ready here, and all I've done is put parchment paper on them, or kitchen paper, I don't know what you call it, but it's grease proof at the end of the day. So here we go. Now you can cut these by hand if you want to. In my book I have this recipe, and I hand cut these into little triangles, and they're wonderful like that. But today I'm going to go with little round ones. So we want to roll this out until it is really thin, literally about 1/16 of an inch. Just make sure you get it fairly even, and your best bet is to hold it like that and check. Now I can almost see my mat through this. I'm just checking. You can really tell with your hand if you've got any high spots. So just keep checking. There we go. I think that's going to do it. Then it's a case of literally cutting these out, putting them there. Now what you need to do is I pick these up with this, because what it does is puts a nice little hole in the middle. There we go. Now we just want to keep working until these are done. Oh, where'd it go there? You can do these any shape or size you want. If I was going to make these into triangles, I'm going to do a little piece here. Just square your dough off. I'm going to go there and there. But you would square the whole thing off. There we go. Using my pastry cutter, or it's actually for dough cutting, but it works the same for pastry, is I'm just going to make these into squares around the same size. There we go. Apart from the end one, of course. Then I'm going to go across and turn them into squares, and then obviously just go into triangles. You can actually get appliances to do this, but there you go. Right, now I'll just go across each of these, and then again pick it up and plump it onto your tray, and you get those nice little triangle ones. There. You need the hole in there so that they don't rise too much. So I might continue with these ones. Do a few of these and a few of the others. How easy is that? And you just keep going. When you're finished with this bit, you roll the next bit out and do exactly the same thing till your trays are full up. I'll see you when I've done mine. Well, here are my crackers, or my cheesy nibbles. What I did was I pulled up my chair. I've got a nice cup of coffee here, and I just sat and did these. It was so relaxing. Now I'm going to cook these in a preheated oven on 175 degrees centigrade. I'll put the other temperatures up as I speak, and they should go in for 12 to 14 minutes. They'll look like they're almost frying at some point, and they'll look quite damp, but when they start looking like they've risen and they're dry on top, maybe 12 minutes, maybe 14 minutes, just take them out and leave them to cool on the trays. I'll see you when I've cooked these. Well, I've cooked my beautiful biscuits, and as you can see, I just cooked them till they're lovely and golden brown. And they've got that really nice yellowy colour from the turmeric. You don't have to put that in, but I think it gives it a wonderful flavour. I've put some out on a plate so I can share these. The rest, what I do is put them, look, they just slide off the paper into an airtight container, and they're ready to dish up when you want to. Now all we've got to do is try these. Oh, they are so cheesy. Honestly, look how many I got just from that small amount of pastry. They are gorgeous. They taste just like the cheddars that you buy. But it's so cheap to make. It really is. Very little butter in these. Cheese, flour. And I've got these lovely triangle ones, or the round ones, and I think they all look pretty. I think you could do a mix of these. These are crunchy and wonderful. As long as you don't roll these out too fat, although they do still taste nice, they will rise, as you can see, and crunchy as anything. Well, with the holidays looming up, the autumn, these are wonderful for aperitifs. They're wonderful for the kids. And as I said, I just pulled up a chair, sat here, cut them out, put them onto the paper. Really easy to do. And what a lovely snack to have. Well, I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to see me making more cost-effective, delicious, easy food. Thank you for watching.